The Cosmic Dance, Chapter 11, The Cosmic Breath, channeled by Julie Susskind. There is a level of understanding at which there is no need for words, no need for communication in the normal way. This is a way of being beyond the level of personality. It is impossible to explain this to those who have had no experience of it, but we speak of it now as some of you will soon be experiencing it. Some of you will know. It happens when layer upon layer has been unfolded, uncloaking the soul, dissolving the remnants of the astral, of the individual. The individual can then link directly without interference from the astral clouds. There comes at this point what you could perhaps define as the conscious connection. This is neither the end nor the beginning. It is part of the great plan. When we speak of the great plan, we are not talking of a plan mapped out in advance like a jigsaw puzzle. We are talking of the knowing consciousness, beingness, the great breath. Within that great breath, all and everything is possible. All experience, all expansion, all mutation is largely a matter of choice. And when this returns to consciousness, it brings details of the experience back into the whole, ready to breathe out again with the next cosmic breath. This is much too great to describe in a way that the human mind can comprehend. The human mind is opening to many other facets now, to many other sights and sounds, but even at the very limits of its working, you could never fully understand. The only means of understanding is through the unlocking of the soul mind, which only occurs when the individual soul has reached a point of consciousness. Your soul has a mind, and the capacity of the soul mind is far beyond that of your human mind. In one sense, the duality and polarity between the soul mind and the human mind does not occur in other beings of other worlds. There are still some of you, even those who have awakened, who find it difficult to conceive of a time when there will no longer be this polarity on your earth. You will see for yourselves a beautiful orb, existing solely in light, only in consciousness, without darkness, polarity, or karma. The cosmic breath is gentle. It is absolutely gentle, but firm, and nothing can resist it. The great breath is like a hurricane wind, with an energy of cosmic proportions, yet it still has the gentleness of a baby's breath. There is no shoulder to cry on, for you must follow your own paths of light. In the end, you have to do this on your own. However, the all-encompassing breath, the all-encompassing love, is there for all. Hold fast. By the time these words are put in print, there will be a real need for the world to hold fast. Do not get embedded in your sympathy. Cut through it like a steel sword. Some people may think you are being hard, but this will not be so. You are just being strong. All places of worship and any place that is used as a spiritual home must now realize that they are not all-powerful. Theirs has been a way, a path, but you are now seeing signs of religions breaking up, for they hold too fast to their concept of being the only way, the only truth. We say to you all, there is no one path, nor a single spiritual home that holds the only truth. Your soul is the ultimate place of worship. Truth is free. It is available to all if you honestly abandon your desires and ambitions and do not make excuses. There are indeed places of sanctuary, but these can only be as swing doors to another reality, and some walk in and then walk out again, experiencing no difference. Accept, dear children, accept. Everything is as it should be. children are singing a new song of life. If you could see with perceptive vision the colors of the aura of your world at this point, the predominant color would be yellow. This is because the emotional energies are rising up to the surface, like curds of milk. They will be drawn upwards, and then they will dissipate. They are coming to the surface. This, of course, includes emotions such as fear, anger, and distress. If people were to lose their emotions too suddenly, this would kill them. Because emotional energy has been such a power source for so long, they would, however, die in purity, as much of the darkness is emotional. Above the yellow is another energy, one which you are not yet familiar with, one which we can describe as the energy of soft pink. This is acting like clouds that drop the rain. This energy has only just arrived, for it can only now be present as a result of the work that has been done on clearing the negative astral. There is now, in one sense, space for it to exist. The soft pink cloud is rising up from the surface of the earth, and also from individuals. This is having an enormous effect upon the animal kingdom. Some animals will suddenly die, but do not be alarmed by this. You will hear about instances of whole groups of people or animals suddenly dying in very strange circumstances. Many people will say this is a manifestation of evil, but this is not the case. Indeed, you could say it's quite the opposite. Negativity and evil are being cleared from living beings, which will cause the mass deaths of some. This new ray is entering your globe. It is moving, not fixed. It is becoming stronger. It has just begun to permeate the astral darkness through the space you have cleared. This can most certainly be called a ray of hope. Along with this mellow pink energy, there are angel beings, gently guiding. At least 4 new rays will come in, prisms of light, octaves of sound. Within the universe, there is a cooperation taking place on an instinctive level. Most of this is happening without your being consciously aware of it. Often, it is better not to be conscious of it because the conscious mind can get in the way of right action and thought. Those of you who have jumped the vortex and have melted into the light with the source have the desire to cooperate in this way. Trust. Trust that all is well, for all is right, all is for the best. We will attempt to paint you a picture which expresses the beauty of the change. This will not be adequate, but it may suffice. Imagine a windy day with clouds moving swiftly across the sky, continuously changing shape, all moving together, one layer upon another. This is how it is. The universal movement, layer upon layer, creating new shapes all the time. When we speak of colors, we're not speaking literally of real colors or real sounds, but of energy and connection. And yet, some can understand this energy in terms of colors and sound, as a cosmic song in the universe and a cosmic dance. Some of you will understand how this works in all its bounty, working in unity. No distraction. There is only expansion and growth. Where there is darkness, your light will shine forth. This you understand, so shine your light. Do not get involved with darkness. Be calm, shine, and radiate, for this will allow those who can be helped to be helped. To some you will appear as to be insensitive, or perhaps unfeeling. Follow your intuition, for you know what you must do and when you must do it. Some of you are despairing of the pollution on your planet. Some of this pollution is the result of the clearing we speak of, part of the darkness emerging from below the surface. The earth is moving, shifting. By releasing some of its content in the form of volcanic eruptions she can ease the pressure. Where there are releases of oil, this also assists the process. We spoke of the analogy of curds of milk floating to the surface. This is a good description. Much that is below the earth will have to come to the surface to release and make space for the new. We know you want to assist, but so many times we have said to you, the greatest assistance you can possibly give is to consciously and cooperatively radiate your individual light. You do not have to direct it to any specific place, for it will be drawn wherever it is needed. Think again of the image of the clouds on a windy day. Imagine the energy being blown to where it is needed the most. Again, we speak of the silent cooperation. It is so important for those who find their still light, their rock-like strength, to be aware of it and to know how it works. When you concentrate your prayers on Parliament or on people of power, you are confused about what is important in this world. Parliamentary buildings and the people inside them are not important in cosmic terms. They have no effect as a body on the changes we speak of. They are only important for the personality and the karmic working out the individuals concerned. They have no importance with regard to the greater consciousness. People in these positions are busying themselves with what they do largely for their own self-interest. There are few people with higher consciousness who have attained offices in these places. These people affect the higher energies through their radiance, although they may have lowly positions, perhaps in an office or a post room, so they are not recognized by the outside world. So send out your thoughts to spread the light and the energy and the consciousness to wherever it is needed, not to one particular place. This shall be done. On a higher level, the consciousness will be blown where it is needed for good. There is no going back and no indecision. Governments have only human power. They do not have the power of the consciousness, the higher power of the consciousness which leads them. On a cosmic level, politicians are not powerful, but as all energy moves as one, on some level they have their minor part to play. They are but pawns in the eternal movement of light. Your planet has moved beyond the danger point where evil could have won. There is no chance of it taking over now. The higher the energy of an individual, the more it expands until it reaches a point of unison with other higher energies. At this point, you could say you become less individual, as you are then working in unison with others. But as you are still an individual who, for whatever reason, has to live out his or her own earthly lifespan, the soul mind is inside, working in unison with others. The soul is timeless, and as such, it is a time traveler. On your physical level, you are ruled by time, but on a soul level, you are not. And those who reach the higher consciousness level will experience a feeling of timelessness. This is part of the reason why you feel detached from your fellow man and from your planet. You become as one time, one place, but within that one time, that one place, all and everything and all is happening as it should. There will come a point, after the major transition taking place on your planet, where several higher consciousnesses will travel in time. The energy of the consciousness may move into another body, or it may keep its own body, depending on what is required. It may travel to the outer realms of the universe, or it may stay where it is. When you reach that level, there are no barriers in time or space. The higher consciousnesses that are here are more numerous than usual. They are needed now. They are part of the great breath, part of the expanding universe. Light and light forces. They come from the past and from the future to help in this, the most important time in your planet's history. The Akashic records can be described as the books in which all the experiences of your planet are recorded. This is a similar but not identical computer-like information source or consciousness. which contains information regarding everything in the cosmos. The Akashic records will very soon be absorbed into this consciousness. So to put it simply, if you want to find some information, you will have to look in a different library. To future teachers we say, you do not need to do anything, just be. Answer the questions put to you, calm and heal all those who come to you, and know that by your magnetism you will draw people to you who can be helped. The emanations of the higher consciousness send light wherever it is needed. This may be directed to your buildings of power, or may be sent to aid in the control of pollution, or to help the starving masses. Keep up your meditations and prayers. You will automatically know whether you have to move or stay where you are. With some species of animals there has been a grouping of souls. This is very beautiful to watch. What this means is that some are able to act as healers for their species. Every last piece of negativity is being brought to the surface now. You can see this even in the births of children. And should there be mass deaths in unusual situations, do not be alarmed, for most likely their soul energies had already departed before they died. Energies come in waves. All consciousness on this planet are helping in that final transmutation of the dark forces. Know that. Know you are all part of the great cosmic dance.